Welcome to the Steve Ames Show with guitarist Sandy Renda, pianist Mike Yanuzzi, and my special guest, trumpeter, singer Ron Michaels. And now, on with the show. I know that you know that I'll go where you go. I choose you, won't lose you. I wish you knew how much I long to hold you in my arms. This time is my time. 'Twill soon be goodbye time, and in the starlight, just hold me tight. With one more little kiss, say nighty-night. I know that you know that I'll go where you go. I choose you, won't lose you. I wish you knew how much I long to hold you in my arms. This time is my time. 'Twill soon be goodbye time, and in the starlight, just hold me tight. With one more little kiss, say nighty-night. Yeah! Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show, taped here at our favorite indoor location, the beautiful Holiday Inn in Springfield, New Jersey. With our two favorite mighty musicians at the guitar, Sandy Renda. And at the keyboard, Mike Yanuzzi. We're opening up our show tonight with some songs composed by the great Vincent Yeomans, one of the all-time great Broadway composers of the 1920s and 30s. He wrote our opening song, I Know That You Know, and he also wrote this beautiful standard, which has lyrics by Edward Alescu and William Rose. More than you know, more than you know, girl of my heart, I love you so. Lately I find you're on my mind, more than you know. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, girl of my heart, I'll string along. You need me so, more than you'll ever know. Loving you the way that I do, there's nothing I can do about it. Loving may be all you can give, but honey, I can't live without it. Oh, how I'd cry, oh, how I'd cry if you got tired and said goodbye. You need me so, more than you'd ever know. Loving you the way that I do, there's nothing I can do about it. Loving may be all you can give, but honey, I can't live without Hello, Mike.
How are you, Steve?
We got a lot of good news for everybody. Let's hear the good news about your daughter, Mike.
Oh, my daughter Meredith is graduating from college in the beginning of May. Actually, on Mother's Day, we're going for graduation, so we're very happy about that.
That's very nice.
Thank
Congratulations.
You. Thank you.
And she's in the music business like you?
She's a music theater major, so she's going to be flipping fries someplace and while she's trying to make it in to be a big star.
Well, I wish her a lot of luck. And talking about being a big star, when Sandy Renda was a little boy, when he was only about 9 years old, he appeared with the biggest star on television at the time, Jackie Gleason, on The Honeymooners. And tell us about your recent visit to the former Museum of Broadcasting in New York City, which is now named the Paley Center for Media.
It was fun. We went in there, and they direct you where to go. It was on the 4th floor. And then once you go, there's a lot of monitors. There's TV sets are set up. And what you do is you order the film that you want, or the show that you want. They give it to you, pay a fee to get in, and you watch it. And it was fun to see.
So really you saw your original 1-hour episode from 1957.
57.
The Honeymooners in Rome.
Yeah, the June Taylor dancers. Everything was live. Jack Lasculi was the announcer.
Right.
Dennis James did the commercials.
And Sammy Spear Orchestra.
Sammy Spear Orchestra, yes.
And Joyce Randolph, Audrey Meadows, Art Carney, and the great one, Jackie Gleason, and 9-year-old Sandy Renda portraying a little Italian boy.
Right, a little peasant shoe shine boy.
That's right. Let's hear it for Sandy. Well, we're going from 1957 to the present day Steve Ames shows, which maybe 50 years from now they'll be playing at the museum. What would you like to do tonight, you and Mike, your numbers?
We're doing a medley, 2 great songs I always really liked a lot. Like a jazzy little banjo style of Chinatown combined with Mr. Sandman.
I love both those songs. Yeah. Let's hear it for Sandy and Mike.
Thank you.
Our great guest star, singer, and trumpet player, Ron Michaels.
Oh, all of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Take my arms, baby, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I ever get along without you? See, you took the part that once was my heart, and why not take all of me? Take it, boys. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I ever get along without you? See, you took the part that once was my heart. So why not take all of? Why not take all of? Why not take all of me? Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Ron.
How you doing, Steve?
Welcome to my show, my good friend Ron Michaels.
Oh, man. Thank you very much, Steve, for having me here.
It is
I
so
enjoyed
nice to
myself.
finally have you on the show because we've been buddies, the two of us, for about 6 months now,
Yep.
riding the bus from New York City to New Jersey, because we both live in Union County. I'm in Springfield, and you're
I'm actually in Somerset County.
Somerset County, but we ride the same bus coming home late at night from gigs in New York City, and we got very, very friendly recently when you told me that you were good friends with the great trumpeter Harry James.
Absolutely.
Tell us how you met Harry.
Well, actually, my father said, if you really want to see a great musician, I was a drummer. I wasn't a trumpet player then. He says, you got to hear Harry James. He's the greatest trumpet player in the world. So my father doesn't say anything good about anything or anybody. So what I did was I listened to him. So I'm Jerry Pinner, who played with Woody Herman and everything. He's a saxophone player. I went to school with Jeff Prine, who's an actor now in New York. And that was it. And I had Carolyn Correnti, the piano player, and I was going out with Nancy. Well, I wasn't going out with her, but we just went together. Nancy Hananiah, I think her name was, came with us. And it was a chief's daughter, so I had to make sure she was okay. And I forgot who the third girl
Now,
was.
where is this taking place?
This was in Plainfield on the corner of 7th and Park. They used to have a club there called the Garage Room. The guy says, you can't go in there. I go, why? He says, well, there's alcohol. I said, well, that's okay because we don't drink. And I'm walking in and he grabs me. I says, get your hands off me. And I said some things I can't say on TV. And I said, why don't you just give me the manager? He goes, I am the manager. I said, look, man, my father said that trumpet player is the greatest trumpet player in the world. And if I have to climb up the side of that building, I'm going to go see this man.
How old are you at the time?
I was 14 years old.
Oh, no wonder. Okay.
They wouldn't let us in.
Right.
So finally I said, give me somebody with some, I can't say, blah, 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 and give me the owner. He goes, I am the owner. Well, Harry James was coming out for a smoke, so he heard it, and he came out laughing, and he says, these kids are with me. We got in for free.
Isn't that nice?
We got in for free. They put a
That's
table
great.
right next to him, marked our hands, and he gave us all the pretzels, potatoes we could eat, and all the soda we could drink.
Very
on
good. Do you
Harry.
remember some of the songs he played that night?
He played Concerto for Trumpet, Cherry Berry Band. He played
All his big hits.
all his big hits, and he did all the hard stuff. And the guys were so tired in the break.
Right.
They were going like this. He says, he thinks he's 20 years old again. The guy's
Amazing.
killing
And you
us.
became friendly with him after that
After
night
that, that's when I wanted to be a trumpet player.
because of Harry James.
Harry
and then
James.
in later years, you were with the Harry James Orchestra.
No, I wasn't with the Harry James Orchestra. I was supposed to go with him, but I went into the Army band during the war and
During the Vietnam War.
During the Vietnam War, and what's his name? His manager, Pee Wee Monte, had called me and said he wants you for the band. And I said, well, I can't go. I'm in the Army band. He's yelling, hey, they're throwing people out. Just leave. I should have listened to him because they did on the end.
Right, but didn't you, in later years, after you got out of the Army, play with the Harry James tribute band?
Yes, he actually sent me music from the octet, and I've been playing that. I have the octet band.
That's wonderful.
Harry James.
So that's a great inspiration to the great trumpeter Harry James. Now you've also got your own band.
Yes, I have a 5-piece band, and I have a CD I just put out.
We're showing that right now.
Yeah.
and tell us all about the
It's
CD.
It's the New York. It's a New York experience. It's a lot of different musicians. We have some from Jerry Drake's big band that I play in New York. He's wonderful, wonderful musician. I was trying to get a picture of him, but I couldn't get it off the internet. It was too small.
Oh, we'll have him on the show sometime.
Yeah,
in person.
he's
That's
absolutely
good. How many
fantastic.
songs on the CD?
There's 15 songs. I sing one song on there. My agent wants me to sing more.
Well, I love the way you sing.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you.
do. You did a
Thank
great
you.
job on all of me tonight.
thank you.
Now, what's the trumpet solo number you're going to do from the CD?
From the CD, I'm going to do This Masquerade.
This Masquerade. Now, before you do that, Ron, could you give us your website?
The website is hjorchestra@yahoo.com. No, that's my email. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The website is Harry James Tribute Band Harry James Tribute Band S5.com. That's
Give
what it
us
is.
one more time.
It's it's Harry James Tribute Band .s5.com, I believe.
Very good. Well,
If there's a
Ron,
dot and that S before,
Good.
it's after.
right, they'll get you
Someplace like
anyway.
that.
Well, Ron,
You just
thank
look up
you
the- you just
so
look
much
up-
for bringing us memories of the great Harry James, and I wish you a lot of luck with your CD. And we're all looking forward to hearing the next.
By the way, I
number.
just want to say I like your CD you gave me.
Thank you
It's
so much.
absolutely marvelous.
Coincidentally, the song "All of Me," which you sang,
on it.
is also on the Steve Ames Favorites of the 30s CD. Thank you for plugging
That's
my
good.
CD.
Yeah, that was
Thank
very
you
good.
so much, Ron. Let's hear it from my good buddy, Mr. Ron Michaels, right over there.
Thank you very much.
Just the two of us.
Right now, my annual tribute to my favorite crooner, Bing Crosby, on his birthday. He was born May 2nd, 1903. And during the 1930s, 1940s, and early 50s, Bing was the reigning musical star at Paramount Pictures, where he made so many wonderful movies and introduced some terrific tunes. Like this next one, which came out of the film The Star Maker, written by Johnny Burke and Jimmy Monaco. An apple for the teacher, that seems the thing to do, because I want to learn about romance from you. An apple for the teacher, to show I'm meek and mild. If you insist on saying that I'm just a problem child, you'll get all my attention, my wish will be a rule, and maybe you'll be good to me and keep me after school. An apple for the teacher, that's how I'd better start. And after a while, you may give in and let me bring my heart. An apple for the teacher is bound to do the trick when you don't know your lesson in arithmetic. An apple for the teacher will meet with great success if you forgot to memorize the Gettysburg Address. A little bit of glamour, a smile that's cute and quaint, and he'll excuse your grammar and believe you're what you ain't. You may be just a lemon, but he'll think you're a peach. Just bring an apple for the teacher when he starts to teach. Just bring an apple for the teacher when he starts to teach. Yeah. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank my talented musicians, Sandy Renda, Mike Yanuzzi, and last but not least, our great guest star, singer, and trumpet player, Ron Michaels. And, of course, our producer-director, Jerry Schoenthal, behind the camera. And thanks to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time on the next episode of The Steve Ames Show. Meanwhile, here's another Bing Crosby song written by Sam Coslow and Arthur Johnston, very appropriately titled, Thanks. Thanks for all the lovely delights I found in your embrace. I'm thankful, though I know it's ending all too soon. And thanks for unforgettable nights I never can replace, and memories that linger like a haunting tune. It is better to have loved you, dear, and lost, than never to have loved at all. It is better, for no matter what the cost, I held the world in sway, an emperor for a day. And thanks again for taking me on the road to paradise. We had our way, but now I must convey my thanks. It is better to have loved you, dear, and lost, than never to have loved at all. It is better, for no matter what the cost, I held the world in sway, an emperor for a day. And thanks again for taking me on the road to paradise. We lost our way, but still I must convey my thanks. It is better to have loved you, dear, and lost, than never to have loved at all. It is better, for no matter what the cost, I held the world in sway, an emperor for a day. And thanks again for taking me on the road to paradise. We lost our way, but still I must convey my thanks. Good night.